Hello, kindergarten through second grade. This is Mrs. Walker, and we are going to do a little project on winter this time. And this is based on the artist named Ted Harrison, who used a lot of cool colors and warm colors to show the area that he lived in, which was the Yukon. And he was also an art teacher. If you watch the videos, it'll tell all about him. And he's illustrated a lot of children's books. And I do have a link to one on there that he did for the alphabet. We're going to do a landscape like Ted Harrison. So we're going to turn our paper portrait this time. We've learned in art class that this is called landscape, and this is called portrait, and we also call this long man. And that's because in art, we usually use our paper this way to do a landscape, but today we're going to do a landscape this way because we have a tall polar bear we're going to put on there. He's going to be cute too. You can use anything for this project. You can use crayons. I'm using a Sharpie. Ask parents before you use Sharpies. Or you can use any kind of washable markers if you want to as well. We're going to start by making a snowy hill because in the Yukon there are lots of snowy hills. I'm going to start here and I'm going to make another snowy hill to this side. I'm going to start here and make another snowy hill to this side. And so I have 3 little snowy hills. And then I'm going to start over here and go up towards the sky and make a mountain because in the Yukon there's lots of mountains, but I'm going to come down and make sure I stop right there. Stop. And then I'm going to make another hilly snowy mountain. I'm going to go all the way to the side. And there's no wrong way to do these because these are shapes that are not straight. These shapes are organic. Organic means that they mimic things in real life. And so mountains aren't really the straight triangles that we draw sometimes. They are actually kind of rugged because they're like rocks. So we have our snow here, and we have our mountains here. And when the land meets the sky, we call that a horizon line. So when you go outside and you're playing, see if you can find the horizon line. So I'm going to take my paper and I'm going to color it using warm and cool colors. I'm going to use warm colors on the sky and cool colors on the mountains, and I might use a little bit of warm colors in the snow. And so warm and cool colors, our warm colors are red, orange, and yellow, like the color of fire. I'm going to put a little paper right there, and let's look at that. So we have red, orange, it's hard to see on the camera, and yellow. And red, orange, and yellow are the color of fire. If you think of it like a Disney movie, this is like the Lion King, and our cool colors are like Frozen. Our cool colors are the rest of the rainbow. Green, purple, and I'm looking for my blue. Well, here's a blue. It's not the same blue, but it's like a blue-green. So if you think about it, these colors are like the movie Frozen, and these colors are like the movie Lion King, because Lion King took place in Africa, and the movie Frozen took place, I believe, in somewhere near Sweden, maybe. I can't remember. I think it was the Netherlands. And it's very cold up there, just like the Yukon, and Africa is very warm. And so I'm not going to color this on camera because it'll take really long time. But here's one that I did earlier. And I used hot pink for the snow. And if you look at Ted Harrison's work, he used all kinds of fun colors for his backgrounds in his landscape. And he also put some things in the foreground. So we call this the foreground, and this is the middle ground, and this is the background. And today we're going to put a little polar bear in the foreground. So you can pause this video and work on your background first, or you can work on the background one day and work on the foreground another day. And I see a mistake in my work. See that right there? Remember we talked about that? I accidentally left a white mark, so I'll have to fill that in. So I'm going to pull this off camera, and we're going to draw a cute little polar bear. And I also have on the slide, I have a picture of a little tutorial on the polar bear, just in case you need it. You can copy and paste that into another document, and Parent, you can expand it and make it big so you can see it. I saved it as a JPEG, so it should be easy to do. We're going to start at the bottom. So here's the bottom of our paper, and we're going to use our portrait size paper, or in that direction. And so here's my line on the bottom, and I'm going to have some space over here and some space over here. So I'm going to mark my paper, and I'm going to make a giant rainbow, but it's going to be a long rainbow, like an upside down U. So I'm going to go way up towards the sky and back down. I'm going to stop right there. And then I'm going to make a circle in the middle. This is going to be the polar bear's head. And on the bottom of my circle, I'm going to make a rainbow. And then I'm going to make kind of a smiley face right here. And I'm going to color that in. And we're going to also show some texture on this. I'm going to make a little smiley face. And his eyes don't go on his nose. Polar bears have a long nose. His eyes actually go up here. All my students always want to put eyes on first. Sometimes you put eyes on last. So there's his cute little eyes, and I'm going to make a little curve from his eye to his nose like this to kind of show that shape. And so there he is. And now we need some cute little ears. So I'm going to make a rainbow. And I'm going to make another rainbow on this side. And I'm going to make a little rainbow on the inside. I'm going to color the inside there. And, oh, he needs some arms. If he doesn't have any arms, he can't eat. So I'm going to make a giant U on this side and go all the way up. And I'm going to make a giant U on this side, and I'm going to go all the way up over here. And polar bears have some claws. So I'm going to make 5 claws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's already looking kind of cute. Now, polar bears have lots of furry fur. So I'm going to make some dashes to show that fur. And I don't have to make it all over his body. I'm just going to make it on the outside here. And when we make lines to show things that we can feel, that's called texture. So I'm making some texture on my polar bear. I'm just making little dashes, a few little dots here and there. Dashes show fur better than the dots. Just do the best you can. And of course, marker works better for this, but it is possible to do this with your pencil and also with a pen. If your parents have a black pen, ask if you can use it. Or if you have some paint brushes and paint, you can use that too. And so I'm going to keep making fur, some little dashes. I might put a little bit of fur on his nose. to show my fur. So after you get your polar bear done, and polar bears are white, so we don't really have to color him. Um, so I'm going to leave him white, like my paper, and then I'm going to take some scissors and I'm going to cut out my bear. I'm going to go all the way around. Make sure you don't come inside and cut his paws off. Make sure you just go all the way around his ears like this. And when you're all done, you'll have it all cut out and it'll look just like this. And then we're going to take our background. Here's our Ted Harrison background we made. And we're going to put glue on the back of our lovely little polar bear. And then we're going to glue him down. Now, you need to glue him down exactly on the bottom there so it looks like he's kind of popping his head up looking at you. You can move him around. You could put him here. Just make sure he's not going off the paper. So I could put him to the side. I could even show things in the background if I wanted to, like a little house or people or wolves. I could come over here and put him over here and show something over here in the background. So you can be creative with this. I also thought how it would be really neat if I took glitter glue and brushed it in the background. So there are all kinds of things you can do. Be creative with the things you have at home. And since we're kind of smack dead in the middle of winter, and but spring is coming, and but we might get a little bit of winter weather. We don't know, but I hope you enjoy this project and you enjoy about learning about Ted Harrison, and have a great time off. I hope you stay nice and healthy and safe, and I will see you soon. Bye.